Hey there, Marcus here from AI Endurance. Just giving a quick update on our app. So we're really happy to introduce new plan finding controls. So basically the main thing about AI Endurance is that it really finds the plan that works best for you individually to reach your goals. And the way it finds those plans is that it takes into account all your past training data, how it learns from that, how you respond to different trainings, and then really finds that optimal path for you to reach your best possible performance at your goal event, be that your FTP or your 5K pace or a sprint triathlon time. And the way it finds the best possible path to your goal is kind of like, you can think about it like Google Maps. So you want to go from A to B in your city, and the fact is you don't know the roads. When we're training right now, most of the time we're just kind of guessing. We're just doing few endurance intervals, we're doing sprint intervals, but we don't know if that's just one of the many roads that we could take, and we don't know which road takes us the fastest from A to B. So that's what AI Endurance does. It scans through all these possible roads and tells you which one is really the best for you, which is different for everyone individually. And just like with Google Maps, there are different settings you would like. Would you like to take the peaceful road, or would you take the highway to get from A to B as quickly as possible? And now you can do this by going to account. We have introduced plan controls. So if you scroll down a little bit, you can now tell the AI how much you would like to prefer endurance workouts. So maybe sometimes we come off an injury, or we just rather have a lot of endurance workouts in our plan because we know that works best with our lives right now, for instance. So I can dial this up. It's anywhere between 0 and 100, and the higher I put this dial, the more endurance workouts will be in the plan. So you're telling Google Maps to take the quiet town roads, quiet country roads instead of the highway. If you dial this down to 0 or some low number, then it'll not really have any restrictions on how many intervals you will have in your plan that get you the best possible result at your goal event. The next thing is the match requested training time. So if you ask for a training plan that has, say, 4 hours, maybe you actually get your best results with doing 3 hours of very structured training, and 4 hours is not the best, or especially for higher volumes, that's a possibility. So, but maybe you just really want to train 4 hours a week because that's what you want to do, right? So if you set this to 100, then the plan will be exactly what you asked for. If you ask for 4 hours, you're going to get 4 hours, right? If you set this to 50, it'll find something between half of what you requested and 4 hours, and which will be the optimum for what your goal is. If you send it to 0, it'll explore all the possibilities. There will be no constraints. The last one is the extrapolation. So we're taking very serious that the predictions we're making are actually accurate and are based on your data and are reliable. So what does that mean? For instance, if you have always trained around 2 hours a week, we can't tell you what's going to happen if you train 10 hours a week. That's out of the extrapolation range where we can safely predict what's going to happen. But we can tell you what's going to happen if you do 1.5 hours or 2.5 hours or probably even 3 hours, right? But where exactly that cutoff is, where do you stop trusting the predictions? That's what you can set here now. So by default, it's set to 10, so quite conservatively. You can even go a little bit more conservative. Then it's basically within everything that you have already done. There will be no new things really. It'll just kind of look back at your past and see what worked the best for you within some limits. And if you set this to 100, you can really it goes a little bit more on the adventurous end of things. Yeah, so that's the new plan controls. You can play with it. You can see which one gives you really the training plan that works best for you, and see what training plan works best.